Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Defi Dojo. Excited today to bring you another AMA, and we have Cat Doge. I'm pretty sure many of you know them. Many of you know that they launched yesterday, and many of you listened to them to the weekly roundup that we had. They were invited over there. Yeah, pretty cool concept, funny concept, and yeah, a really great team over there. We have known Aaron, for example, for quite a long time here in the DeFi Dojo. But yeah, let's start from the basic. Aaron, if you can introduce yourself and kind of like touch a bit on the experience, what you have done in the space, and if any of the rest of the team members want to jump in as well, feel free.
Yeah, I'm Aaron. I've been working in the space since about, I would say, the fall of 2021. I came into crypto in the spring of 2021 after the huge spike with Doge and Shiba and everything. I had buddies that were making hundreds or thousands on Doge, and yeah, that kind of pulled me into the space, right? A lot of people get pulled into it with the promise of all of these profitable opportunities, but then I think people who are looking for or care about other things as well, you notice that the space has actually got a lot of really good people in it, a lot of really good heads on their shoulders, and the space itself and the technology itself and the potential it has for the future and empowering people. Yeah, if you're here long enough and you don't get that, there's something wrong with you. So,
Well
but
said. No, that's true, man. That's true. It's a tough space, right? It's not an easy space to be on, and definitely you need to find good people and surround yourself with good people so you can keep being into the space. Otherwise, it requires a lot of energy. It's not easy.
yeah, I'm surprised at how well you guys function considering how heavy of a schedule you've implemented on yourselves with all your amazing sessions, like with Godfrey here and his security stuff and poker nights and yeah, I love what you guys do. I'm so looking forward to being able to have a little bit more time to be back in the space and the places that I like to be too, and coming and taking part in some of your educational series and stuff. Like Godfrey is a mastermind of security. I actually have been telling somebody else about I'm wanting to attend that. So looking forward to having a little more time, not just
He's an
for
OG, bro.
our connections and stuff and people we like in the space, but also just with our community so we can focus more there. It's been really crazy trying to multitask everything on the side. Yeah.
I can relate. I can relate. Cool. So yeah, and kind of like maybe you can touch a bit. How did you start with? How did you come up with being on the team with Cat Dodge? And yeah, maybe if Pictator and Frankie want to introduce themselves as well.
Love for them to do that and for them to actually start at the origin story of Kato, since essentially they were the ones who got it underway.
Awesome.
Ted, are you good?
Don't be shy.
Yeah, no, certainly not shy whatsoever. So, guys, yeah, look, thank you very much for having myself, Aaron, and Frankie here. It's a pleasure. So, just a backstory is me and Frankie met about 3 years ago, I believe. We were purely investors. We believe very strongly that if you're invested in a token, you should be shilling it. We stand by that principle of investors and now project owners. So I got talking to Frankie. We got on really, really well. The team that we invested in, that we met each other, actually said to us, guys, look, wow, you're doing an amazing job. Do you want to come and work for us? We're like, yeah, sure, why not? Didn't get paid for it. We just did it purely to help out. That's the right thing to do after all, isn't it? And anyway, project didn't do well. That it is what it was. And so me and Frankie just basically always got on, always connected. We started a poker channel. And what we used to do with that poker channel, we would hold twice weekly poker events that we were just trying to build up a poker group because we both love poker. And we were doing prize money. Now, the prize money, we were actually taking it out of our own pockets. Just because we thought it'd be the good thing to do, the nice thing to do. And quite a few actually projects started noticing that there are actually some good guys in this space. Let's hook up with them. So then people started coming over to us projects, that is. And they said, look, guys, can you host our poker tournament and we'll pay for the prize money? sure, not a problem. So we promoted them. We set up a Twitter account, an Instagram account. We didn't get paid for this, guys, whatsoever. It was just purely something that we took pride in doing. And over time, we actually got technically bought out by a project that they took over the poker channel. So fine, not a problem. You know, me and Frankie carried on investing, and then Frankie called me up one day and said, "Bro, I've got a really, really clever idea. Really, really think we could do something with this." I said, "Well, what's that, Frank?" He said, "Oh, we've got. Can you remember Cat Dog, the cartoon?" I was like, "Well, of course. You know, really popular over Nickelodeon when I was growing up." And then he said, "Well, put an E at the end of it." And I was just like, "An E at the end?" He went, "Yeah, think about it, Cat Doge." I'm like, "That's brilliant." He said, "Well, if you buy Cat, you get Doge as a reward." That's, to me, that was the best idea I've ever heard in my life. So we literally went full steam ahead. We got the website done. We got a developer. We built games for it, the stickers for it, all out of our own pocket, because we didn't believe that what a lot of projects used to do was they would get investors in. They would wait until there was money in the marketing funds and then develop a website and stuff. Personally, I don't think that's the right way to do it if you generally believe in something. And along this story that I'm telling, we actually hosted a poker event with Aaron when he was working for another project. We clicked straight away, such an honest guy. And we did a couple of poker tournaments with him and his community, really successful. And we always connected with each other. So we said to Aaron, "Look, Aaron, we've got this idea about Cat Doge. Do you fancy coming over and sort of working with us?" Aaron had a look at it. He absolutely loved the idea. He knew who we are as people, that we're good, open and honest people. And he said, I want to work with you. But the main thing is with Cat Doge was the reason we did start it for originally was the fact that, like a lot of people in this space, we've been rugged time. People take it as the norm now, thinking, well, it's expected. I don't believe that. I believe that it shouldn't happen in this space. I think it's actually quite disgusting. So we wanted to prove to people that we could do a project and actually run it the right way and actually make people happy, which I generally believe we did do. Is that enough, Aaron, or should I shut up, bro?
That was amazing, bro.
Yeah, it's a good, because you guys are so you are a meme token and you are rewarding the holder. So kind of like really good to know who is the team behind it, etc. Since I'm pretty sure that the majority of people, when it comes to memes, they will buy and sell. They will seek for that quick 1, 2, 3, 5x or whatever whatever they will end up doing, and that's it. But it's about the teams as well. Like if the team is committed to kind of like work and deliver and push as much as they can from their side, the project, or will they kind of like just abandon it and become like a community takeover project? Because it seems like this is a meta right now. I've seen many lands around, and I see like it's community takeover now, because devs are over there just for the farming part of it. They will take the 5, 10, 20 hours of lunch, which there is the volume, and they will run away with it.
Yeah, to me, it's unacceptable. People, the most annoying thing about crypto at the moment is it's acceptable. People get into a project, and there's a very high possibility that it's going to get rugged or farmed for taxes. To me, that shouldn't be acceptable. My theory has always been, and I stand by this theory, if you have a project, and I'm going to obviously mention our project because we are a very good project with a very good team. If every single person got behind it, everybody could do extremely well, instead of trying to chase that next quick pump, which it doesn't last. People chase the wrong things. People chase people chase the wrong thing, and 9 times out of 10, it's the wrong developer that they're chasing after, who just doesn't care about them. And to me, everybody works hard for their money. They should trust a team to work with them.
Indeed, man. I mean, everyone is having the hope of, kind of like getting and trying to catch that moonshot, that 10,000x. There have been people doing it, and they're trying to imitate those people and trying to make it. Which you cannot blame them. Everyone has their own kind of like journey and purpose in the crypto space, but. Yeah, cool. So definitely safe team over there, knowing Aaron, and we had the chance to know you as well, guys, Frank and Pictator from Aaron, since you are working together. But cool. So kind of like if you can touch a bit on the backstory when it comes to the project from BSC to ETH, how that kind of like migration took place, and then we'll kind of like talk what are you guys doing now, how was the launch, and community-wise.
Yeah, so essentially this is what we did. After 4 months of being on BSC, we really figured out, where we stood on who our diamond-handed holders were, our strong supporters, our friends. Because you spend some time, especially on BSC, man. I mean, to be on BSC 4 months with the chart that was still, relatively close to halfway of all-time high and not, leagues below where it launched with liquidity and stuff. It's just it's a special little gem. We put ourselves out there and in a very small way proved ourselves in the space and collected enough of our all of our hard work and time and energy and money to rebrand and funnel into a relaunch that would project our project long into the future on a network that we feel there's much more longevity to, and there's obviously much more volume and action going on and potential for growth here. Unfortunately, BSC has kind of really slowed down at the end of this bear market, and hopefully this bull market will kick it back up into gear and make some things happen there again. Otherwise, it may not make it through this particular one. So that's, I guess, going to be on the network, and we really wanted to try hard to make that place a better place. But ultimately, part of it was our network. We had kind of reached a wall. We have a lot of people that we know on BSC. But ultimately, we could only go so far. We could only go so far there. There's just a lot of avoidance of that network right now in our circles, and that's just the unfortunate truth. And we loved being on a network where we could enjoy our Doge rewards and keep our buy cat get Doge gimmick, but to ensure that we make it to the bull run and we're on a chain that will flourish in the bull run. And we can accomplish the things that we're setting out to accomplish. We just felt that this was necessary, and our community supported that. So we talked to them. We said, hey, this is what we're going to do. If you want to participate in this migration, go ahead and send your tokens to this wallet. We created a designated community, migration and sell-off wallet.
What was the participation there?
I'm sorry, was participation
Of like how many people decide to come over, kind of like bridge and migrate to it?
Right. Hard to say exactly number wise. I would guess probably 35 to 45, maybe 50, but there was 70 addresses, and I'm just assuming that it's likely that
That's
people
a good
had a
number
couple
still.
addresses at that point because people were accumulating so long. So yeah, I mean, a few dozen people is probably an accurate representation of like how many hardcore holders that we brought into this relaunch that are the bones and the structure and the framework. Basically, we have an existing community, right? So many people come in and they're trying to make something of nothing, but we've already accomplished something amazing. And now we're just starting at the ground up. And the reason why it's starting at the ground up is because when everybody sent in their tokens, we had 83% of the supply come in. Well, we had 100 million supply on that contract. So, we had about 83 million tokens. So I said, okay, well, we are not going to be able to open up the floor in the market to a new group of investors and new eyes. And if we are going to migrate and have this gigantic token supply in our possession, like that is not appealing for entry for investors whatsoever. I would never join a project. where on launch 86% of the supply was already, or 83 was already, taken. There's just no way. I don't care if you came from another project. So what we did is we said, okay, we're going to make it easy on our dev. We'll keep the one-to-one token exchange, and we'll just make the contract, the new one, 4 times greater, and we'll all take a 75% reduction to our overall held supply. Every one of us, with money that we bought in. There was no team tokens. Everybody bought in on the team that wanted to buy in. Everybody bought in from the community that wanted to buy in. There's so it was all it was all our hard-earned money. But we've seen dips before, man. We've seen the value of our tokens decrease, and everybody sees that in crypto. It's a volatile space, so we're not
Indeed.
afraid. We weren't afraid to take that leap in order to reach that next big level, right? And our community was on board with that, and they're very, very happy with how we're conducting ourselves, the level of work we're putting into this. We are definitely trying to under promise and over deliver, and I think that we've done a really good job on that. I know the launch was a little shaky due to an appointment that got switched on our developer, pushed to a later date, a later time in the day that totally interrupted our launch. And we could have done it later in the day when he returned. The problem is a huge part of our community is German. They would have been asleep. It would have been 3, 4 in the morning. We would never do that to our holders, and it was just better to push it off to the next day. We'd already been waiting weeks. We already decided to push it off from October 12th when the markets were absolutely nosediving, and we said we're
Yeah,
not
really
doing
great
this.
decision there. Exactly, because that's the point. That's the point over there, Aaron. You had your core community supporting you, especially through this transition from PSC to ETH. So you need them there. You need them to be on the new launch on the ETH side. So, but hats off, man. Hats off. Really great launch. The chart looks good so far. Of course that big spike, and then it's kind of like on a nice. It seems like it has found its floor as of now.
It really has, and I've noticed that like this last little spike we had, and it just went right back down to the same floor where it started, right? Perfect, because all the OGs are holding, right? I noticed that it was a lot of people who got in at launch and kind of bought near the top, and they were just looking for a pump to get out on, and that's fine. Like, I feel bad if they're taking a loss because this is not a short-term project and they could have made money instead. But ultimately, like, I mean, it's to each their own. So, that is what it is, and that's awesome because there's a lot of people that are looking for good entry right now and hoping that it went down. Like that's why it came right back up. So, we're going to keep seeing more of that. Obviously, one of the things about this project is we have a designated buyback wallet, and we also have buybacks out of the marketing wallet from the marketing taxes as well. How the buyback wallet works is that it also receives rewards just like a holder. And those rewards are directly used to make buybacks, purchases on the chart. And then we send those tokens to the marketing wallet. Now, the marketing wallet does not receive rewards. It is excluded from the pool, and therefore any of the tokens there are not accruing rewards, and those are rewards that we're ensuring are distributed to holders. As we collect more tokens in the marketing wallet, as we keep doing more and more buybacks, a lot of people like to see buy and burns, but ultimately looking at this in a long-term position and being the kind of people we are, where like we know, we have no malicious intention. That's and we're probably going to just lock the tokens up, invest them. We think that that's a much better way and more careful way of making sure the longevity of the project. If you want to create a staking pool or something, like there's so many good things you could do, like not just not just for yourself as a team or something, or for marketing or something, but quite literally for your community, for your community, right? So
Right.
but
May
sometimes
I ask
burning
you?
tokens is like taking away the power that you have to really do things like for your project and for your investors. So
It's a
we want to
two-edged
be
sword over
careful.
there. Yeah,
What's
yeah,
that?
it's a two-edged. It's a two-edged sword when it comes to burning, tokens. There are devs and teams out there that they do prefer. There are others that they don't. It's kind of like a blur kind of like section. But since you are a meme token, I think like if you can maybe from time to time check that with the community, etc., and see what they're thinking of, like what do they want in a way. At the same time,
Yeah, and we may reach a
since
point
they are
where
supporting you.
we don't see. Yeah, you're right. I mean, it's always good to touch base, and we're always listening to our community. But you know, we may get to a point where we feel like maybe we don't want to develop something or utilize those for something, and that we, you know, but it's good to have the option, and we can maybe make a decision to burn some down the road when we can
Mm,
be a little more certain as to what we might want to do or could do, as far as this project with them. But I mean, for now, like we have zero plans. I mean, obviously there's the potential of like centralized exchanges in the future and stuff like that. But to be perfectly honest, guys, I would rather push really hard from a community perspective and make this like a movement, and not like pour ourselves out to centralized exchanges, and instead show them how strong we are and how much of like, you know, like a community we could be, come together and make a bunch of noise and create like kind of a cultural hub and revolution here in this in the scene of crypto, where good people come together and try and make some good things happen in the space, both in like you know, an environmental way and in an educational way. A lot of the things in our
100%.
ecosystem plan for our entertainment is also going to be incorporating essentially in normie ways, like crypto education, because that's something that I think is really lacking from, like, if you look at like adult cartoons and stuff. Like, I don't think I've seen an adult cartoon that like heavily is themed around crypto, right? Like, and that's essentially what we're doing, is we're taking the idea of Cat Dog, this kid show, and kind of taking that character and morphing it into something that's more like just more adult and more degen and more real and funny and fun, um and like, you know, and grown up. So yeah, yeah. I'll
Let
stop
me
there.
ask you, why you didn't do the same with the marketing wallet? Like, log the tokens, let it get the kind of like, because you're getting 1.5% from the taxes plus 1.5% also from the tax as rewards. So why not logging that wallet and use those these kind of like ETH rewards for any marketing activities? What's kind of like the thinking? How did you think about it? Like, how did you come up with a decision? Maybe why you didn't do the same like you did with the buyback wallet?
I actually had it that way at first, and then I thought about it, and I was like, you know what? I was like, if I'm going to be doing buybacks, that means we're going to be accumulating tokens. And I was like, okay, well, what happens if we are accumulating a bunch of tokens and we got 15-20% of supply? I'm like, oh my God, we're going to take that much of the reward pool away from our holders? Like, no, or no way. And you know, we wanted some sort of mechanism in place that would be an additional outlet for some buyback pressure for us, just in case the marketing funds, you know, were small, or we just want more than one source of essentially revenue to ensure the stability of our chart, because we are trying to slow moon this and protect it and keep pushing forward and upward. So um, yeah, sorry, kind of lost my train of thought there. I apologize.
No, no, fair enough, fair enough. That makes sense. Again, just out of curiosity, like, why you didn't do the same, not kind of like pointing, like,
Yeah.
that you should do the same or whatever. Cool.
We just
So
want to make sure
25%.
that our holders are getting as much of the rewards as possible. I mean, that's what we're here
Yeah.
for, is the rewards. We figured if we're hoarding too much of the rewards, I mean, that doesn't really make it a very enticing reward token for your holders.
Yeah, but at the same time, though, you will have to sell those. Oh, actually, no, ignore me, because the marketing world will not take
Exactly. That's why we
any
do. That's why we do
rewards.
the buybacks and send the tokens to the marketing so that we
Yeah,
exclude
yeah,
them
makes
immediately.
sense,
Yeah,
makes sense.
exactly.
Totally forgot about that part. Cool, man. Cool. No, all good with that. Now, in terms of 25% of the supply went to the OGs. Was that vested, or everyone
Well,
was kind of like had 100% of their tokens at TG?
yeah, it was 100%. And I mean, as you can tell, like, we haven't suffered from that at all. And the only
Not
reason we
at
did that
all.
is because we know our community. We trust them and they trust us. I mean, that's something that a lot of projects don't have. They don't have that mutual trust. You know, there's a lot of devs that don't trust their communities, and there's a lot of communities that don't trust their devs, and most of the times they distrust each other. And we're changing that. Like, we're giving each other that level of trust and respect and genuosity that is just absolutely fucking lacking in the space. And only people like yourselves and some others are really fucking doing. So um yeah, so you got to set the precedent. And honestly, I mean, we've all been in tons and tons and tons of groups where it just like, it doesn't feel good, you know. They just the vibes you get in the place and the people that are there, like just everything's off. Nothing feels right. Nobody feels real. Nobody feels like they care, and you feel that. If you're a person, you know what I mean. If you're a real one, like you notice when you're in an environment that just sucks the life and energy out of it and has nothing, no value, no joy, to bring. And we're the exact fucking opposite. End of story.
Yeah, man. It comes down to what we kind of like were talking in the beginning. Like, you need to find people and even places that you feel good, that you belong there, and surround yourself with them, and have like make that journey, because it's a long journey here when it comes to crypto. It's not a sprint; it's a marathon. Yes, there are people that have become millionaires within a night, but yeah, not everyone will become, because whoever becomes a millionaire. That money came from somewhere, so it was my wallet, your wallet, and everyone else's wallet. So this is how investment works. Cool, man. So now you guys are live. Again, when it comes to the chart, looks pretty good. 1.5% ETH rewards. How is that being distributed? Is it do they have kind of like to do a transaction in order the CA to send the rewards, or do they receive every
Yeah.
hour, every day?
Yeah. So this is how our dev did it. So and the rewards contract does, when it reaches a certain threshold, that it will make sales. So occasionally there is going to be sales on the chart for the rewards purposes. That is something that my dad told me, but it's not all the time. It's not like on every every sell there's another transaction for rewards, right? There's a threshold for that. But as far as what triggers it, yeah, a buy or a sell will trigger the rewards function to be, deliver that to the holders. But the other way you can do it is you can just go straight, and this is what we'll be doing because we're diamond hands, right? Like we're going to be holding and just collecting rewards. So we're going to be going into the Etherscan contracts, and directly claiming it. Go into the right functions and connect your wallet and claim it directly from the from what's the fourth one? It's not revenue. I'm trying to remember what the name is. Maybe it is revenue, but I can go look at the contract right now. But it's very
No
simple,
worries.
and we could have we had the option to, like, build a little DApp or something to make it maybe more user friendly or something. But in all perfect honesty, it's really easy. It's really easy to do. Yeah, and go to the right, and then number 4 should be the one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
claim.
so we're making like a how-to video, like a how to buy and also a how to claim, because I think it's just better. I mean, first of all, if we make a DApp, I mean that's just one. It's a middleman in between the source and your wallet, right? So there's exploit potential there, but going on to Etherscan directly, you're good.
That's
It's
good.
safe, it's secure, and it's good to teach people about where the source is coming from and teach them about blockchain. So.
Yeah, man. I mean, I think at this point, kind of like more or less everyone, like 90%, I would say, is aware of, Etherscan, BSCscan, and any other scanner out there, and how to claim, or, how to do certain transactions. So it should be straightforward. But it's good, though, that you are focusing on doing those videos, kind of like covering that educational part over there. Because it can be very easy for people, for community members to get scammed. They might ask something in the main chat, and then at the same time they will receive a DM. This is how you do it, which that DM, of course, it's a scam link.
And it can be.
Cool. So in terms of the community, because meme token, right? You need your community. You need a strong community over there to kind of like talk, vouch about you, and spread the word around. Yeah, if you can touch a bit on that, how is the community kind of like forming so far? And yeah, what do you do? Any activities, anything to keep them, active? Let's say, and also, like Twitter raids and all that stuff.
Hey, you should take this one because you've been doing a lot with the community while I've been running around doing AMAs and writing up marketing plans and stuff. So you should go for that.
The question was, how are the community reacting in our group.
Yeah,
like
how is the community
our
so
interaction.
far forming? Like, and if you guys do any activities to keep everyone engaged and active and keep things going, because it's a meme. You have the rewards, of course, but still kind of like a meme project. So you need that hype. It's not like those, let's say, big utility project where you get into the RTG and you see like one message every day or every week. But that's a utility project kind of
Yeah,
feeling.
no, good question actually. Our community, our old community, or the OGs, as we like to call them, they're obviously extremely excited. They know what we're about, so they're very, very active. And the good thing that we've done is we've managed to get a lot of new people who I've never known before, and they have fully bought into what we're doing. They love the fact that we're active, the fact that we literally are running on minimum sleep. We care that much about what we're doing, and I'm thrilled of and thrilled of how they're reacting. I mean, one good thing that we've done is we've kept the VC. Actually, the VC is shut at the moment because obviously we're in here. But a day before the launch and till 33 minutes ago, we've had the VC open constantly, and people love that as well. They thrive on that because they can come in there where they can ask any questions, and obviously, transparent team. We answer them. The stickers that we have in there, people are going ballistic for them. They love them. And activities, yeah, I mean, look, a lot of activities is within the VC. People are playing music. We're just sort of chatting away, getting to know each other. And we're doing quite a lot of the chatter shields as well. We've done so many today, and every time we do it, the numbers are just getting higher and higher of people who are getting involved. So they're buying into
That
the
going.
project. They're buying into it because we're seeing it. The first time we did one, then we it did well. Then the second time, one or two more people joined us. Third time, etc., etc. So people are always joining, because I think now they're starting to see what we've got, and they're actually trusting us as project owners. They now want to put their full time. They kind of want to work with us now because they know we're not going to run away and do any shady things. So they fully committed with us.
That's good, man. And yeah, when it comes to the chat shield and in general, everything that relates to Twitter, keep that going. I think that you'll find a lot of exposure over there. And in the end of it doesn't cost you anything. Like get your community there. Maybe, I don't know, do like a leaderboard, something like that. In the end of the week, whoever has the most activity on Twitter, you can reward something. Like trying to be creative and rewarding them from time to time, so you can keep the energy.
Sorry, and we do actually have we've still got a couple of things that we haven't actually brought out to the community. Won't say what they are yet, but it's going to be very much another community activity, which is really fun and really cool. Yeah, no, I mean, hopefully, as people are listening here, we literally are all about the community. So we will do fun things. I mean, me, Frankie, and Aaron, when we had everything ready to go, we then said, right, guys, we've spoken about this throughout the whole Cat Doge life, is how can we make the community happy? So VCs is very important to us. We've got 2 games in there, which is really cool to play. They're obviously free, guys. So even if you want to come in there, just say hello and play games. Like I say, we've still have other stuff to come. This is not just it, and yeah, it's going to be fun. That's all I can say at the moment. I can't give too much away.
Right. Yeah, definitely. Again, and the fact that you guys are keeping the VC open, I think it's really important and plays a key role. When it comes to the trust from the community to the team.
Oh, definitely. That's what's missing in crypto at the moment, is the trust issue, and we will bring it back in our community. People will know the fact that we are trustworthy people. So when they come in, like I said, we've always said, if people don't even invest, at least they've got somewhere, a safe space to be where they can come into the VC and just have a chat with us. You know, we're not greedy. We're not greedy whatsoever.
Cool. So what is the Cat Dodge Adventures that you have within the website?
Yeah, so the Cat Dodge Adventures. Can you remember Pac-Man?
I do.
Yeah, so this is our take on Pac-Man. So it's just a game we made. Yeah, the levels get harder as you go up and stuff. It's pretty cool actually, and it gets quicker and stuff.
So that's just kind of like, for fun. It's not going to be anything.
We've had some high score challenges before, but yeah, dude, it's just fun, something to do with each other, and it's silly. It's just like, dude, like you go and you see like this really funny like degen version of something, and yeah, sure, it's what is the joke that I made earlier? Like it's not like Skyrim where you're gonna put 100 hours into it. I mean, you could if you want it. I'm sure, yeah, it probably goes on forever. But no one's really gonna do that, right? But it's a novelty and it's cute and it's funny and it's something to do like on occasion when you're bored, and it's just value that we just like this is value that we started out with when we got out the door May 24th on BSC. That's one of the things where I was like, and you guys have a game just out the door, like it's so cool. It's just one of many things that got me involved in this project. But yeah, and it lasts till today. We actually introduced another game called Pong, PAWNG, which is very silly and clunky and way like way ridiculous. But once again, for the novelty of it, for the silliness of it, for the nostalgia of it, it is just here. If you go into our community, it's in the chat right now. We have it in the filter there, but we haven't put it on the website yet. That is one of the updates coming. I do want to just have a quick mention and restructure that so that both games are just easily clickable right there on the website. And it's just fun stuff, man. It's obviously nothing like the game that we want to make in the future, which is something that would be a little bit more of a throwback to like the the adventure co-op days that you remember when you were kids and gaming with your friends.
Yeah. No, looks pretty cool, and at the same time shows that from the team side that you guys are committing some time, like making it a good kind of like experience overall. Yes, I mean, you have the E3 rewards over there. You have some games, some fun, and community engagement. That's what it's all about. In the end of the day, if you don't have fun, I don't think that no one will stick around, or will. Why should they, right? So, and is this kind of like, do you have any plans to make this like a play to earn or something like that, or just purely for fun?
Purely for fun, man. Because ultimately, like, yeah, that's what we want to focus on is the fun. It's really challenging and tricky right now trying to introduce these like financial aspects to gaming and how it kind of changes the dynamic and makes it hard for gamers to enjoy it, and the devs don't necessarily make it very enjoyable for gamers as they could, because there's just others, that's not what people are playing it for, right? Like it's complicated and it changes the culture of gaming, and I'm not ready for that change until things are better, because I think we need to pull back a little bit and bring it back to the classic feel that we remember when we were kids, and that's why I don't want to go that direction personally. This whole
Yeah,
project is a nostalgia, man. I mean, from the original theme to the games and to our value system, maybe even is a little bit outdated in this new world.
yeah. This was my comment, because I was watching it as well. I think I don't remember. It's like 6, 7 years old, or maybe older. Maybe I don't want to say that I was watching it while I was 15, but yeah. Nevertheless, the kind of like the cat for sure has changed, and even the dog. But no, man, it's pretty cool. It was yeah, it was a lot of fun back then. It brings back memories. So meme, if rewards, and when it comes to the community, you guys are doing pretty good over there. I've seen I've been checking on a daily basis on what's going on, etc. I'm lurking around. I know I don't have to participate, but don't have time, sir, to participate. But for sure, I will join some of the VCs. Now, anything else that you have in your plans, in your kind of like you're thinking to maybe develop, or how does your roadmap look like?
Our roadmap is the simplest roadmap ever because we under promise and over deliver. These are all things that we would like to do, but we're not going to promise doing because we can't do them unless we all come together and achieve these milestone accomplishments. We don't have the money to fund this ourselves. We're certainly interested in pursuing potential, like there might be backers as we grow this project before we reach certain market caps who might want to come along and help us fund some of this because they see what we're doing. So it's possible we could start some of these earlier, but we don't want to say that that's going to happen. We have people in the industry, in the gaming industry, and then the entertainment industry that can get us those, get us access. Like we know a game developer personally who employs about 30 or 40 people or something. So that we've worked with on projects in the past. One of our closest friends in the space is he works on scripts and editing and works in Hollywood. He's worked on shows and has lots of friends at Netflix and stuff. And we know we have these connections, and we know if we reach a certain point where we have like some funding to bring to the table, and we've really fleshed out, our pitch deck and our ecosystem and our characters and the dynamics and stuff, we could really, 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 really like we could do something really cool, and not just for like the entertainment, but for crypto, because we want that to be infused as almost as if it's like like it's just like it's the natural, it's natural for them, right? But not for the viewer, right? Like they're living our world where this is the world around them all of the time, and it's just like so all of the the neat little terms and sayings and things of the space are all just kind of like incorporated into it, like bring that culture into it, and then bring that culture mainstream via the most probably influential thing there is out there, which is entertainment and culture.
100%. No, 100%, man. And as long as like you can target that that group of people, I don't see why not. I don't see why not getting some exposure, right?
Yeah, of course we can. We're looking for cunts, and everyone's a cunt. We're gonna find them. Sorry, it's part of the branding. It's part of the branding. You're a cunt. We're a cunt. We're all cunts. Cat does. We're cunts. What do you say? We all come out of it. We all can't escape it.
Have you I don't know, maybe have you guys thought of doing, I don't know, like a sort of a comic, like a storytelling, or even
Yep.
maybe like your
Yep.
story through Cat Dodge,
Yep.
the team story?
I don't want to say too much, but just because it's so fucking on point, man. But you this one of our I don't want to say which because I don't want to be too, but one of our utilities is actually focused around, like one of our future things is actually focused around doing just that. I'll tell you. I'll tell you more in private a little bit. I'll give you a little more of a hint, but I got to keep it kind of behind kind of behind the scenes for now.
Sounds good. I think I might know what could be, and what does involve. But no, I think it would be great. Maybe yeah. Let's get that in private. I think I might have a few ideas, but I don't know what your ideas might be, so I don't want to reveal anything within the VC. Um, kind of. Yeah. I saw it. Kind of close. Yeah. I think that's a great idea. I saw your message. So yeah, man, pretty cool. That's the thing, right? It's a meme project. You took it from BSC to ETH. You kind of like still having a really strong community over there. And you mentioned that from Germany. So kind of like the core community, is it from Germany, or
That's
is it?
you.
Mhm.
Oh, sorry. I thought you had asked if we had a core team member in Germany, and I was like, yeah, Frankie, that's you.
Oh, sorry, I meant the core community. Is it from German? Because you mentioned earlier that you have like some of the holders, or maybe the majority of the holders that migrate from BSC to ETH. they were from Germany, so you didn't want them to lose the lunch, to miss the lunch.
Right. Right. Yeah, that was definitely a factor. Frankie, this is a perfect opportunity for you to introduce yourself a little bit and talk about our community, like our founding community members.
Yeah, hi guys, I'm Frankie. Yeah, I'm one of the owners of GetDodge. And yeah, the decision why we started to launch at this time was because of our diamond holders, and the biggest supporters are from Germany. Um, like we have good chillers who supporting us, good cool sticker makers, and yeah, we have a great team behind the team. Let's say it like this. And yeah, they are all supporting us like since yeah 4 or 5 months now. And yeah, we are very proud about them.
Right. Yeah, nice to. I'm not sure if I've heard your voice before, Frankie, but yeah, nice to have you here. Nice to kind of like everyone has the chance to meet you. But good, yeah, and definitely right now, the more kind of like AMAs you do, the more Twitter, etc., your community becomes more kind of like worldwide community. Um, Wait, I was tagged somewhere in the main chat a question from Mr. Ed, and that's kind of like a good question. Let's see. I've heard kind of like in the past from similar project that were trying to do something like this. I've heard many different answers. So let's see what yours it will be. So Ed is asking, do you have any concerns about potential for seas and disease from cat dog creators? Do you have any contingency for this, or are you sticking purely to fan art to avoid this potential scenario?
So I actually apologize. I missed part of what that scenario is. But as far as like the community involvement in like the artistic direction or creative direction of Cat Doge, I'm like, I won't lie, I do kind of have a vision for this. That's why it's not a purely like not a purely community run in the sense that like, I mean, we are a team who's working hard to accomplish something, you know what I mean? And we want to bring you along with that and also like incorporate everybody's ideas into it. But we do have a vision and a brand and that we're trying to push and we're actually getting some really cool like AI art and stuff in the community from people who were doing good prompts because I've tried doing like half cat half dog and like my prompts sucked.
I'm
So like
awful there. I'm awful doing the prompts as well. But but what that meant, it's kind of like any concerns, any potential concerns for seasoned disease from the cat dog creators, from the actual creators, for using their name, for using kind of like the whole
oh
concept.
Oh no, I'm so sorry I missed that. Yeah,
No, all
honestly,
good, all good.
that's one of the reasons why we rebranded. I mean, we always Pig would always joke that any publicity is good publicity, but in all actuality, I mean, I wouldn't want to go through some um like litigious situation at some far point in our project and put our community and our project through all that. So we've been talking about rebranding for a long time. It was just all kind of waiting for the right moments, whether it be financially or just or a moment like this where we were going to make a pivot and we wanted to make the best of it and kind of move into what we were trying to accomplish a little bit more and just and really seize that opportunity and we've worked so hard to get here and it's really really good to be here, you guys.
I'm not sure now at what point and how is gonna like for for the creators of cat dog, for example, you know get back
I
to you and seize you and disease you because
I'm not
the
afraid
art
of
is
it.
different
It's
from
very
the
different.
from the initial one, from the original one, and also you have stick the e in the end, but yeah,
To me,
I
this
don't.
is the thing. This is the thing. I mean, my God, how many like cartoons have you seen with like combined creatures? And so what? Just because somebody's done like pushed a cat and a dog together before, like they have the rights to all morphed animals in the future? No, no. It's all about character likeness, and our characters are so different. Like that's literally the only thing that they have in common is that it's a cat and dog in the same body, but it's like it's not even the same cat or dog. And yeah, it's an homage to the name, cat Doge, but anybody in crypto, I mean, Doge is not dog. It's Doge. It's always
Yeah,
Doge.
yeah. And if you reach at that point that the creators, I would say, from the original cat dog will notice you. I think that's a good problem to have because considering that you will be at a really high market cap in order for them to notice you.
There you go, Pig. Someone definitely agrees with you there, bro.
What was that? Sorry, I missed that part.
Who's agreeing with you
You're
about?
missing the good ones. I'm joking.
What
He's
about
talking about. He's
what
talking
about
about the cat dog creators, and if they like took notice of us, it would probably have to be at a big point, and that could maybe be a good thing. I was like, see, Pig. I was like, someone agrees with you. Could be good exposure.
Aaron? Check the DM I sent you in the talk group.
Yeah,
Literally,
sure. Yeah.
even before this, I literally texted Aaron and said I wasn't joking. To me, that is the best publicity you can ever have.
Well, we have other guerrilla tactics that we've been talking about. We're pretty creative, you guys. Yeah. So you might hear of us in some random weird way that you wouldn't expect if our balls get big enough to do it. But yeah, it's we get some fun ideas, you guys. So we're pretty crazy and pretty silly people.
Also, Noah is asking why not Doji reward. So Doji is a big community over there. You could easily, get some of them on board if
we
you're
were
rating the Doge community.
we were interacting with them a lot when we were on BSC, but it's like and we still want to a degree, but because we don't actually our contract doesn't buy and support their token anymore, we're really only in likeness and meme to their community, and so we're just we want to grow into ourselves and then kind of maybe do some cooperative stuff down the road would be really cool. But since we're not directly supporting them with like token purchases and holding their tokens and stuff, figured we could just kind of build out our things a little bit and find ways maybe where there could be some fun crossovers, and yeah, because we were hitting them pretty hard. But I don't like to hit communities hard unless you're offering them something too. So and we were like, hey, we're supporting you guys, and we like this asset, and we think it's going to have a future on the X platform, and it could do really well this bull run. Like we were honestly like we thought Doge Rewards was a very good reward system coming into this because of those factors, and we're honestly, especially considering our buy cat get Doge, we're a little sad that we had to let that go, but it's all in the it's the trade-off, man. It's the trade-off to get to where we are today.
Step by step, you will get there. Again, because I'm kind of like chatting with Ed in the main chat in regards of the name over there, and if the creator will come back to you. I'm not sure in kind of like what exact like similarities and all the stuff a project should have in order kind of like for the creators to come back to you. Will it matter that it's the art is different, the name for it's Cat Doge, so kind of like get the way around, say like we are from the Doge community or something like that. I'm not sure about it. It's kind of like a thin line over here. So I'm not going to act like an expert. If you can touch a bit now on, what are your plans in terms of, marketing, of getting more exposure, onboarding more people, and especially with Twitter. What are the plans there?
Marketing plans, first and foremost, revolve around our community power. Like Pig was saying, we're a really big presence on Twitter. We plan on doing a lot of Twitter Spaces. We want to hang out in Twitter, just like we hang out in our Telegram. If not both at the same time, if we can split our attention like that, just depends on how busy we are. But because that's the whole point of building a community is putting yourself among the community, being a part of the community, and interacting with the community, and that takes the time and presence, and that's what really like we're doing is we're being ever present, in a space where people are frankly quite distant. And we're all talking to each other through a piece of technology, so there's already a distance between us, so we don't really need any more. But yeah, that's just the community approach, right? We have a very strong community approach. That's our strongest. This really is our strongest feature. But as far as everything else, I mean, we're in talks, negotiating something pretty big right now. It's just it's a lot of moving parts, and we have to make sure that all parties involved are happy with the outcome, and it's good for the project and everything. So pretty happy about that. Securing some more partnerships. We've got our spy. We're trending on Spybot right now, and Chatter Shield. We paid for the boost on that today as well. Trying to get out just a little bit of exposure there. They're pretty affordable, especially with it was a good special, but I won't. There was a good special, you guys. I had to take advantage of it. We want to do efficient marketing here, and you can't say no to a good special. Let me tell you what.
Aaron, there is a question also kind of really quick.
Yeah.
There is a question in regards of the renouncing the contract at 250K. Why 250K? And since you already having plans of renouncing it, why not doing it right away?
I love answering this question. And I will finish with the marketing day. There's a lot of other marketing stuff coming in, a lot of calls and stuff, and I mean anything and everything that is normal and that, like we said, we are creatively thinking of. As far as the tokenomics go, and our first milestone and our most important milestone, which is the renouncing of our contract. The reason why we have a max wallet at 2% and a max transaction at 1% is because we only had 1.5 ETH to put into liquidity, and we started at around a 5K market cap. Now, there's a lot of money in ETH. Anybody could swoop in and eat up a huge amount of the supply of our project, and control it and take it hostage and destroy it. And we wanted to have some anti-whale mechanisms in place that would prevent that from being really like a strong possibility, and mitigate that risk as much as we could. The thing is that the max wallet, max transaction, it's not gas efficient, right? There are additional calls that's required on the contract. So that adds to the gas fees. And two, the central exchanges do not like that. I mean, especially if you're on that level of volume and market cap, there's a lot of big buys, big sells. Like you just can't expect to have those kinds of functions on that level. And eventually we do want to make it there. Like we want them to come to us, because we've shown how much volume we can create and how much attention. And so we don't have to, give them any of our supply or anything, right? Like we'll just have the volume and they'll want to work with us, and they're not going to drain our liquidity. That's kind of the approach to that we want, but we have to eliminate those. So what we want to do is we want to reach a point where we feel we don't need the anti-whale mechanics. Oh, that's my cat. She's so cute. Yeah, I know. So we'll eliminate those, and then we'll renounce the contract, because that's the only reason that we haven't, is because we want those to remain long enough that we can actually accomplish that. And I mean, we feel like we have enough people in the space that trust us. It's not going to be hard to get there, and we don't mind sticking around and showing and building the trust, because I mean, once we get there and renounce, I mean, you guys should FOMO. I mean, I just don't know what else to tell you. Like, if anybody's waiting to see that, please FOMO. And when you do, because we're working really hard to get there, because we want to do that. We want to reach that point where we don't have to worry about that anymore. We're in a better position in our market cap. We got a nice new high floor, somewhere else to push off from, and it's really easy to get a lot of those eyes back once they see that we actually do what we say we do, and we're happy to prove that.
Ooh, that was a nice good tailored answer there. Yeah, I like it, man. And to be honest, to be fair with you, like when it comes to launch and people scooping many wallets, a big percentage of supply, there is I don't think the max wallet will kind of push them away. Just as to put this here, but everyone has and uses a sniper right now, and they can do like many wallets in one transaction, in one click, right?
Nope,
So
they couldn't with us.
not at all.
No, they couldn't. In fact, our dev had a little surprise waiting for them that worked very well and prevented that exact thing from happening.
Yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty good.
We,
That's
we,
why
we had
the same.
somebody we had
Mhm.
someone in our chat literally tell us that they were going to do that they were going to buy a fucking basically $1 worth and 10,000 exit, right? We knew exactly what they were saying they were going to do, that they were going to snipe the whole block, right? Like, but hey, never heard from that person again. And
Why is
when
someone
those snipers,
announcing that? I don't get it.
because they're so confident and like they want to rub it in your face. I've literally watched people like get botted hard on a launch and have the scammers come and laugh in their VC at them. Like, dude, these people are. I'm sorry, dude. Some of these people are fucking evil. Like, it's awful what happens. I mean, just in the world, period, right? And like, I really do think most of it is coming from desperation. Don't get me wrong, but I mean, we all know there's some seriously bad motherfuckers out there. So, yeah, protect yourself in the space. And that's what we tried to do. And the few snipers that did get in, he was very happy. He was very happy. 90% of the potential snipes were they did not happen. So we were really, really happy about that. And they did provide, some good tax money to get this thing kind of on the road. Not what we were hoping for, but we had some technological hitches in our launch that, like, I mean, nobody could have seen coming. And I don't think many more people could have handled better. I'm pretty sure most people would have broken their technology in the process from what we were dealing with. And it's just really funny how much how challenged we were by the universe on these past few days, man. And it really shows that the fact that we're still here and pushing as hard as we can, and our confidence and our ability to do that has just not waned at all, because it doesn't change anything in the long term, and that's how we think.
Yeah, man. No, 100%. It's quite kind of like tricky having snipers at launch. They can literally ruin your chart, lose the momentum, and you will be there and scratching your head and having to deal with everything while
We wait.
they will be just walking away, right?
Dude, we got a half ETH buyback in through 3 separate buys right at the bottom when all the snipers left. Dev said, "Hey, they're gone. They're pretty much gone." And I was like, "Cool," and we started doing our buybacks. So we did, half
Awesome.
ETH buybacks from the marketing wallet. Technically, because of the technological issues, the Uniswap app was not working through Safe Global whatsoever. So I had to send it to my owner address for the multisig, buy the tokens, and then send the tokens back to the marketing wallet. So that's what's on chain for that, right? So you'll see. So like it's just funny, but like that's literally like I'm literally sending funds from the marketing wallet to my own wallet so I can go and buy the tokens that we needed on our buyback, for our buyback, because this technology is not working. And then I send it back to the marketing wallet because the fuck do I need those for? They're not mine. Like so like guys, like I mean this is literally the commitment to our project. Like we I just don't know how to put it anyway. We've got this great pin post up in our group right now because somebody accidentally sent during the launch. They sent like 0.09 ETH to our contract address instead of putting the contract address in the Uniswap, like sent it to the contract address. I was like, dude, how do you do that? So I thought it was really funny, and I talked to them, and what our dev told us is essentially, I guess it kicked it into the marketing wallet. So we sent them 0.09 ETH back from the marketing wallet. And I just asked him, like, is it okay if I just like make a post about this? Because it's really cool. It's like really cool that we were in a position to help somebody get their funds back. There's a lot of times where
Mhm.
people make mistakes and you're not able to recover funds, and like
Yeah,
we were really happy to do that. But it was a very funny thing to point out, and one of those things we can all relate to because we've all made really stupid mistakes in this space that were very easily avoidable, especially maybe in moments of FOMO. So it was a very relatable and funny thing we could all like gather and laugh about, but also just like kind of empower each other and just build that trust. And I'm just so happy to have those opportunities to prove ourselves.
100%, man. 100%. And the fact that you help them, because there are instances that for real they cannot get their money back if they are sent to a certain wallet, might be locked or whatever. But yeah, if you can help someone, why not? They will appreciate, of course, and you know, there will be there long-term supporting you. Good. So yeah, I think I'm done with my question from my part. Again, great launch. No snipers over there. Chart looks really good and kind of like on a consolidation, and you know, it seems like actually it has found its floor, which seems to be the 40 to 50k, 40 to 50k area, let's say. And yeah, man, really excited, and looking forward. That's the thing with you, and because we have our chat, that you will keep building, even though it's you know, as of now it's a meme project with ETH rewards, but I know that you will keep building, pushing hard, working hard for it. So really excited to see you growing. Really excited to see that market cap, you know, into millions, and get those you know, tasks within your roadmap ticked, and maybe you can see the Doge cat dog creators kind of like reaching to you again. It might be a good problem to have, but I don't think that something that could be kind of like happen right now. I will pass it back to you, or Dictator, or anyone else, if you guys can give us closing statement, a call to action, and yeah, why should everyone who is listening to this AMA and will listen to the recording later on follow you, support you, and even become an investor of Cat Dojo?
Go for it, Pig.
Yeah, no, pretty simple question to answer. Pretty simple, simple question, simple answer. We're extremely trustworthy people. The first Cat Dojo and BSC, we made no money. We doxed our wallets. We didn't sell. That wasn't what we were about. Why can't we? Yeah, no, just because we're trustworthy, guys. We literally want to build a movement here. We literally want to build something that people can be proud of, like where the community are the owners as such. If that makes sense, you know, we've built this for everybody. At the moment, we're taking fully charge, and obviously we're never going to walk away from the project, but we kind of want the community to be active. I don't know. It's hard to explain. Yeah, it's just we're just such trustworthy people, and you've probably heard this a million times, but I really hope the way that Aaron's explained it, people do actually see our vision of, if we all come together, guys, we can produce something that crypto probably hasn't seen before, and I truly believe that. I truly believe that, because you've got 3 project owners here who generally do care, not just about making money. You know, we're working class people. We want to build a legacy here. That's what we speak about constantly in the private groups we had. I mean, look at launch, prime example, Aaron. None of us bought at launch, did we? We didn't have the opportunity.
I didn't get a chance to buy in until we'd already done the project buybacks, because that was priority.
Yeah, I think by the time I had 5 minutes spare was probably about 2 odd hours into the project.
Yeah, I remember it was good though, because it actually had come down on a dip at that point. We're like, okay, at least
yeah. But what I'm saying is, as soon as that contract was posted from our dev, that literally within probably 2 seconds got posted straight into the group. That was the first thing we did. We didn't, you know, we are just so legit, and people have probably heard this before, but I really hope you guys do come into our group and you can see the hard work we do put in, and we do put in a lot of hard work, and our community are really helping us to push this, because they see our vision. They speak to us on the VC all the time. They know we're active, you know, and we do have lives outside of crypto, but at the moment we're just fully immersed in the potential of where we can go.
Awesome. Thank you, Dictator. Yeah, again, keep it going, man. Keep it going, especially with the community. That will be your key over there. As long as you reach certain levels when it comes to market cap, when it comes to volume and stuff, and you will have a nice marketing world over there, so you can do the extra things that you plan to do. I think it's gonna be good. I don't see any issues as long as you keep building the community. Aaron, from your side, brother.
Yeah, one of the things we like to tell people, watch us. Just you know what I mean? Just watch us. If you want to build that trust before you enter this project, please do. If you want to research this project, you better. And if you don't want to be here, that's fine. But you know what? Please put your money somewhere safe. If you don't do that, I don't know. Then I don't know. Then I don't know why you left in the first place. And to be perfectly honest, we're offering like one of the safest, most honest, and most hardworking groups of people that you're going to run into. And we don't know what's going to happen in the future, but we do know that we're going to be there. Not only just us as people, but this project, no matter where that is. I mean, we've got a friend, Charlie, over from the cat token. I'm trying to remember, but it's cat. He's in the community of communities, and he's been rocking this project for since the bull run, the previous bull run. And they're still sitting there at 600,000 market cap with a super strong community. And I can only hope that after 2 years, we're in a position that no matter what's going on in the market or what's going on in our project, like, we're still there. We still have all of our hardcore holders, and we still have only up to go, because there's that level of dedication that just doesn't go away.
Back to that old saying as well, doesn't it? Hold for gold. Like I said, too many people want to rotate money and just jump on the next pump. You don't make money like that. I'll give you a statistic. Last week, when I looked at it, 97% of Ethereum launches turned into a rug honey pot, tax farming. Well, 97%. That's terrible. That's really, really bad. That's people's hard-earned money lost there, because they trusted people. I just say, put your trust in us, guys. Definitely can't tell you we're going to make you loads of money or any money. At least we're trustworthy. If you choose not to invest in us, like Aaron said, just be careful, guys, where you're investing your money.
And I was muted as always. Yeah, this happens from time to time. No, again, really good stuff. Really good stuff. Now, when it comes to the chart, like HODL, etc., since you have the taxes, I think it's good seeing those buys and sells. People, whenever someone will sell, someone else might see that as a good, opportunity for a new entry or for a DCA, buy some more, etc. Like, as long as, again, they see you guys active, they see you building over there in the community, they see you engaging on Twitter and all that stuff, I don't see why not. But yeah, everyone, check them out. Join their Telegram over there. If you have, again, any questions, any that weren't kind of like covered during the AMA, feel free to ask. They have, they will have, I guess you will have the VC open at some point later on, since you shut it down for the AMA. But yeah, feel free, join there. They're quite friendly, I think so, right? The dog is friendly, yeah?
Yeah, that dog is friendly. I'm kidding.
Okay, just want to make sure. But
Yeah,
jokes aside, thank you so much, guys. I really appreciate you, for being here, for coming here. And yeah, keep working, man. Keep working. And if there is anything from our side that we can help you with, let us know. That's it for today, everyone. Thank you so much for joining. Stay tuned. Again, just a reminder, as always, we'll have a question coming, challenging question coming up from the team side, and a few duck races. All right. So yeah, I'm gonna end the recording now. Thank you.